questions. Hi, I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney and I'm based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. And I'm here today to answer your immigration questions live. So you can go ahead and ask me those questions that you maybe wish you could schedule a consultation, or if you're thinking about just that one-off immigration question, this is a great forum to ask that. Just know that in order for us to create an attorney-client relationship, of course, because we have so many people streaming on multiple platforms and watching this, that nothing that we discuss here is confidential. And to have that one-on-one time, you should definitely schedule a consultation. Again, I'm an immigration attorney if you're just joining. Hi, Jose, nice to see you. If you're just joining, I'm an immigration attorney, and I only work on immigration cases. We work with humanitarian cases, family-based sponsorship, many green cards, lots and lots of green cards, and green card applications, employment-based green cards, and also temporary visas as well. So feel free to give our office a call. I didn't mention one of our most popular case types, which I'm going to start off talking about today, is humanitarian cases. So people applying for asylum, people that are victims of abuse, people that are victims of crime and are looking for visas and green cards. We work with all different sorts of folks with employment-based, humanitarian, and family-based green card applications. So feel free to reach out to us, and feel free right now. This is an opportunity for you to ask those immigration questions, no matter what type of immigration. If you're wondering if something is eating at you and you want to know and talk to an immigration lawyer, this is a great opportunity to ask those questions. Okay, if you want to call us for a confidential consultation, go ahead at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. So today I wanted to address a question that came up last time I was live, which is, are VAWA applications only for women, right? So are VAWA applications only for women? No, so VAWA stands for Violence Against Women Act, and it is a way for people who are abused or in an abusive marriage. It could be physically, it could be psychologically. It does not always have to be physically. Okay, so people that are in an abusive marriage to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or even recently divorced from a U.S. citizen or a green card holder and that marriage was abusive, they can qualify for a green card without the help of their spouse, right? And the whole act, the law that lets you do this is called Violence Against Women Act. But in fact, it's a misnomer because men apply for VAWA all the time. In fact, many of our clients at our law firm are male, and they apply for VAWA as well. So the answer to that is no, you do not need to be a woman to apply for VAWA. You could be a man, and we have plenty of male clients that apply for VAWA because of abuse from their spouse, right? And what does this abuse look like? What does this kind of abuse look like? That's another question we get from our clients. The abuse does not have to be physical. There has to be no police report. This is not the kind of case that requires a police report, because I can tell you so many times our clients are in this abusive relationship, but they really do love their spouse and they don't want anything bad to happen to them. So they inquire, do I need a police report? Do I have to report my spouse to the police? Sometimes people are willing to do that, and that's totally fine, but it is not required for this kind of application. Okay, this is not required for this kind of application. If you qualify, if you or someone you know is in an abusive marriage, emotionally abusive counts too. Sometimes it can be more hurtful than physical abuse, right? I'm sure people are aware of that. If you're in an abusive marriage, if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and the person is in an abusive marriage, you can qualify for work authorization, you can qualify to travel outside the United States, and you would ultimately get a green card if you were approved within 2 to 2.5 years. So give us a call. We can certainly talk you through this type of case and let you know what the process is for how this would move forward. All right, to call us for a consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Thelwinder is asking me, hi Thelwinder, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. He's saying, how long does it take to get advanced parole after VAWA? right? So this is a really good question. So when we apply for, if you qualify for us to apply for your VAWA application, which means that you're the victim of abuse, and also your green card application at the same time, it normally takes about 6 to 8 months to get your travel authorization, which is really cool because you can travel internationally perhaps. Even if you were out of status before, even if you entered illegally, you can travel internationally based on this. Of course, everyone's situation is a little bit different, and I might advise you not to travel internationally if there's other factors present. But generally, if all things are normal, after we apply for your green card, you can start traveling internationally about 6 to 8 months after we apply. You'll get authorization to travel while your green card application is pending. All right, Talvinder, I hope that answers your question. Kenny says, how fast can VAWA be done? That's a really good question, Kenny. Well, if you call us and you schedule a consultation, we can usually get the application completed on our end, usually in 1 to 2 weeks. And that's, you would have to work with us and get us documents. So usually the delay are client documents. However, our firm works pretty quickly and efficiently. We have a team that works on this type of application, one person to gather documents, another to help put the application together. And then, of course, I am very involved as well. All right, so it takes us a couple of weeks, but the whole VAWA process usually takes about 2 to 2.5 years. You, however, start seeing benefits fairly quickly. So again, if you're just joining me, I'm talking about green card applications for people who are married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, but they're a victim of abuse. So this can be people who entered illegally, people who came in and then later lost status. They came in maybe on a tourist visa. A lot of our clients come in on a tourist visa and they may have lost status. So they can still apply for a green card if they're being abused by their spouse. So they can do it independently without involving their spouse at all, which is super huge benefit. And a lot of people don't know about this, but it's a really great way to empower yourself if you're in the situation and you don't have to rely on your spouse, on your abusive spouse, for immigration status. So Kenny had asked, how fast can VAWA be done? It usually takes, to get that green card portion, it usually takes 2 to 2.5 years. However, you start seeing benefits pretty early on in the application process. So within 2 to 3 months, you'll receive a document that allows you to be present in the U.S. So eventually, let's say you encounter the police, or you might face removal proceedings because you're here illegally. Within 2 to 3 months, what will happen is you will get a document that will give you permission to be in the U.S. So you won't be deported. You cannot be deported at that point while this application is being reviewed by the government. So that's only 2 months after we apply. That's pretty soon. Okay. And then about 6 to 8 months after we apply, you will get a social security number and work authorization and travel authorization. So all of these things will also be there within six to 8 months. And that's huge for people because you can work legally anywhere in the United States. You can travel internationally, especially for people that are here illegally and they've been afraid to leave the country for fear that they won't be allowed back, right? You would have permission to leave. Of course, I would want to see your case and advise you whether or not that makes sense for you, but that is something that comes with your application as well. So once we file, you would have work authorization and travel authorization as soon as 6 months after we apply. But the green card itself would come about 2 to 2.5 years after we apply. All right, hope that answers your question, Kenny. Hi, Jasmine. Jasmine says, my daughter entered the U.S. in 2014. Is she eligible for DACA? So DACA has a number of different requirements. If she entered in 2014, I don't believe that she's eligible. However, give us a call for a consultation. DACA has several requirements, and we want to make sure that she qualifies. So there's a whole number of different requirements for DACA, and we can do a consultation and go through them and let you know what your daughter might qualify for. If she doesn't qualify for DACA, she might qualify for something else, right? There may be other options for her as well. So give us a call. We work with all types of immigration cases. We work with visas for individuals, that allow them to be here in the United States for a specific purpose. We help employers sponsor individuals as well, and we work with humanitarian cases also. So your daughter may have a different option if this one doesn't work for her, but we can certainly talk through that at a consultation, and I can let you know what makes sense. Okay, again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration lawyer. I help clients all throughout the United States and internationally as well. All right, call us for a consult, 703-348-1663. Hi, Sunny says, I'm Sunny, Santi. Hi, Santi. Chicago, USA says, any cost for a consultation? Yes, our consultation fee is $150. It's completed by phone or Zoom based on your preference. Some people do also come into the office and want an in-person consultation. I'm actually back in the office now, as you could probably see, and I am still, I'm doing in-person consultations also. All right, so feel free to call and schedule. The best way to do it is call the office, 703-348-1663. For those of you that are watching now, if you want to like us on Facebook, you'll be updated every time I go live. Also on TikTok, follow us on TikTok, like us on Facebook. We're at Agarwal Immigration on both platform. So that's Agarwal, Agarwal, and the word immigration. So like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, and you'll know every time I go live, so you can be prepared with questions, or you can hop on and listen and just learn about immigration, because sometimes you learn things that you don't already know. All right. Great. I think we have a few other questions here. Santi is saying a U visa update, please. In terms of U visas, I think it's great. It's a great option for people, and the law has recently changed to be better actually for immigrants that are applying for U visas. So U visas, for people that are unfamiliar, if you're wondering what is a U visa is for victims of crime, right? So if you are, let's say, for example, this is an example. If you're a victim of domestic violence, you might qualify for a U visa, even if you entered illegally, even if you don't have any status. If you are willing to report this crime to the police and then work with them in any kind of investigation, or work with prosecutors, you might be eligible to receive a U visa to allow you to remain in the United States. A U visa then leads to a green card, and a green card, of course, is a stepping stone to citizenship. So it's a great pathway to citizenship if you're interested in becoming a U.S. citizen, and you've had certain experiences, like you've witnessed a crime or you're a victim of a crime. But call us for consultation. We help many clients with this type of case as well. We're at 703-348-1663. All right, and the update, Santi, let me tell you the update, which is kind of exciting. So before, you couldn't get a work permit through a U visa for a long time, right? A U visa has kind of a long wait time to be granted the U visa, because there's only a certain number that are issued every single year. So there's only a certain number of U visas that are issued every single year. So there ends up being kind of a long wait list for U visas, for U visa applicants. While you're waiting, you're still allowed to be in the United States. You're allowed to be in the United States, and you're allowed to work in the United States. You can also get work authorization at that point usually. However, you'd have to kind of be approved and just be waiting for the visa. But now the law has changed, so you can apply for a work permit at the time that you apply for the U visa. So you're going to be able to work much sooner than if you had otherwise waited. Okay, call us for a consultation if we can talk to you about this process. We apply for work authorization whenever people are eligible. So it's usually part of our application process. So give us a call, okay? 703-348-1663. Someone is saying, how much for an N600 interview? We usually handle the whole case, so give us a call. I don't know what exactly your situation is, baby. Give us a call and see. And what we normally do for interviews is that we will talk to you and do a consultation and see what all the issues are. We will review the application that you submitted to see what potential issues there may be. We will prepare you for an interview, and then we will also go to the interview with you. Okay. Hi, Zoheb. How are you? Thank you for joining. Chicago says, when can I apply for citizenship for F4 category after 4 years? When you come in as in the F4 category, which means that you came in as a green card holder, you have to be a green card holder for 5 years before you're eligible for citizenship, right? So you have to be a green card holder for 5 years before you're eligible for citizenship. So you have to already have your green card and be on it for 5 years. And then there are a number of other requirements for citizenship as well. Some people don't even know, actually. So let me kind of go through it. So one of them is that you have to be physically present in the US for a certain amount of time. So in this case, if it's a 5-year requirement that you have to hold your green card, you have to be physically present in the US for 2.5 years of those 5 years. That's really interesting, right? And you have to maintain residence in the location where you're applying for about 3 months. So there's a few other requirements that pop up that most people, that isn't really an issue for most people, but that's a good reason to talk to a lawyer, because you don't want to waste your filing fees and then know that based on some technicality, you could have waited a month or 2 months, you would then be eligible for your citizenship, but you weren't eligible, and therefore you wasted all this money, right? So it's best to have a consultation to make sure that you're eligible for the benefit that you're applying for, if you already are applying for a benefit, or if you have just questions about what you might be eligible for. That's a great option or a great reason to contact an attorney for a consultation. If you want to call us, we're at 703-348-1663. Madhu is saying, Chicago says, thanks, you're welcome, happy to help you. Madhu is saying, what is it about TPS redesignation for Nepal? So TPS is for temporary protected status. So certain countries are designated as being TPS eligible, so citizens of certain countries. And essentially the government is saying that it's too unsafe for them to return to that country now. So they're allowed to be here in the US, and then they can apply for a work permit as well while they are here. So Nepal, people from Nepal's TPS designation was extended. So you can be here. I think it's extended for 1 year or 2 years. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's definitely at least 1 year. All right. You can always check that on the USCIS website too. Excuse me. All right. Great, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all your questions. I look forward to talking to you again soon. If we can help you with your immigration issues, call me for a consultation. We're doing them by Zoom or by phone, and I walk you through all of the process, the timeline, the questions. We answer all your questions. And be happy to talk to you. We handle all types of immigration cases. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal, and thanks so much for joining me. And you can reach me at 703-348-1663. Thank you. Bye.